9, but you can perceive there is a number there. Okay? So we'll give you a bit longer. So you all now have a personal measurement of your dark adaptation, as we are here. I mean, not perfectly dark adapted, but you got it. Okay? So when you're ready, can you remember where you can see on that bar? The next thing I'm going to ask you to do, I think it's probably black, is stare at the screen until I move it on. So it's now black. Okay, now if you'd look at the screen. It's 10 seconds. 15. 20. 25. I'm going to turn it off at 30. I want you to look back at your charts and count. I will count out the seconds, and you tell me when you can see. Well, tell yourselves when you can see it. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is there anyone who can't see those yet? No. Yeah, so we had some between 5 and 15. The average seems to be about 10 seconds. You were straight back to where you wanted to be.
Oh, I can see.
Okay. So we'll give you another 10 seconds or so to get back to make sure you can really get back. You should be comfortable because the next one, I seem to remember, is dim white light we're going to use. Everyone happy to move to the next test? Ready? Okay, I'm going to give you 30 seconds on the screen of a grey map. You probably don't want that one. 5, 10, can you read down here? Yeah. 20. 25. 30. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Everyone there? 14. Yeah. So the principle there is there's almost no difference between the bright red light and the dim white light.
Not as quick, but it's close.
Not as close?
5 seconds later or something.
Yeah.
I just got to go have a cigarette.
Okay. So the final part of the test is now bright white. Okay. I don't mind what doors open as long as doing the test. Okay, we'll go for the same thing. Stare at the screen. Great. 5, 10. 25. All right, get ready for this. This is going to take you a bit longer, I think. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 20 seconds. 25. 30. Most people got there by now?
Something is there, right? I can read it.
Yeah, you don't have to read the number, just know that it's there. 35. Yeah.
And I came from outside.
Okay, so what we learned from there is that a dim white light is about the same recovery time as a bright red light. So within the confines of your observing tent, your cardboard box, your sort of laptop tent, whatever you got, I probably didn't make clear what this is. This is for you put your laptop inside there. You can order these from Astro Gizmos. You put your laptop in there. It has wires coming out the back, and you put in there. You get your head in there, and you can do whatever you like in there, and you won't annoy anybody at all. So within the confines of your own observing space, as long as you're not upsetting anyone else, it is perfectly acceptable to use dim white light or green light. You'll find there are some green torches now for sale at Astro Gizmos. Okay. Yeah, they're more sensitive, so you can have it nice and dim. I don't know why it's a personal thing. Why green? Because now you can't see the colors again on your maps. You want dim white light or a dim laptop screen. Okay, but you must not let that light flood out on anyone else. Okay, so you can't walk around with a green torch or a white torch. You can't let your light spill. You have to be red torches. And please, if you have LEDs on the outside of your power supplies or your computers, please, please, please put some black tape over them. It is amazing the effect they have, especially on a dark night. Right, we got through that quicker than I thought.
We'll start drinking now.
It's done. Yeah, we can go and have a cigarette, a drink, and some chocolate brownies. So I hope you all came with me on that journey as to where we've got. So I'll take some questions now, because I may have gone a bit fast. Right. We'll put the lights on now, because we've wrecked our adaptation.
One of the things about green light is that a lot of the, especially the early CCD cameras, were very red sensitive.
Yes.
And the theory being if you use red light, you're going to flood it on the chip, and all that. So
But it's still are.
more
It's still are.
So that's why a lot of us just do CCD images. Like my observatory, I have green lights.
Yeah.
Just for that reason, so it doesn't last.
It's not the visual observing yourself. It doesn't matter what you do. It's someone right next to you. So yes, go to that.
I want to just add something, because I started reading that these lights from a different direction, but they do experience biologically, because a lot of, in people's houses on their clock, radios, and so on, they have these little LEDs also. What they found is that they contribute to breast cancer and other kinds of cancers. They haven't made the full connection yet, but if they even shine it just on the back of test subjects' knees, which doesn't have to do with the eyes, that they were still finding a biological change. So, I mean, there could be some overlap with biology, with astronomy.
Those have been, some of those studies have been in people who are blind from birth. And their body still reacting to light.
So, I mean, it's just another interesting thing that might contribute to helping getting the skies darker.
Yes,
If there was a medical
Cancer scare, there you
reason
go.
also.
You spoke earlier about the benefits of having a vitamin A, and for the integrity of the eye.
Yes.
What about caffeine? Isn't that a blood constrictor or something, or other things on observing? What would be optimum nutrition for all-night observing?
I think caffeine temporarily boosts, so you get a temporary kick from caffeine. But it comes down, you get a low after it. So after a while, you can coffee.
Smoking a cigar.
It's a good point. I haven't done the research on that one.
You ever think about bilberry?
So bilberry.
Bilberry. It's an herb you take.
Right.
For night vision.
It's similar to a blueberry, and they used them in World War II in England.
Right. Well, if it's got glucose in it, if it also fructose, if it's got something that the body converts into glucose, so fructose, sugar, glucose.
I understand it has rhodopsin.
Right.
It has rhodopsin in it.
There's what's in it.
That's what I understand.
Yeah. Why did you start studying that? question. It's very interesting.
Why? Because I got fed up with people next to me at start parties saying it's all right. My light's pointing away from it. It isn't all right. You know, and so.
Even if it's pointing away, it's still affecting your night vision. If somebody else.
Yeah, because you're illuminating the tents.
Okay.
You may have your laptop facing like that one, facing there. You're now illuminating the tents. The tents are getting brighter.
It's very fascinating.
Just to say, one of the real evil killers for out there for imagers and for people who are just for visual observers. One of the real evil killers are people or the imaging people who have wear these red LEDs on their foreheads. And they turn and they don't realize it's.
It's straight drive.
Oh, it's straight
Those,
drive.
I'm afraid.
Oh,
My friend is very notorious for
They're
that.
great for tearing down your kit and putting out the games, because you're focused on what you're doing. But people who walk to Mickey's kitchen wearing them on their caps, if I find one,
Oh, God, drives me nuts.
it's right here. So you can,
This isn't exactly a talk, but do you have anything to say about, we had a speaker here a few years ago, supplemental oxygen, drinks. You mentioned glucose and oxygen levels.
If you sit there with a bottle of oxygen and hyperventilate, you'll do yourself some real good. You'll boost your retina's performance tremendously. Because you can see the effect of the cigarettes are doing the opposite. They're taking away from oxygen, the bloodstream, 50% hit while smoking a cigarette.
Oh, so
Cigars, too.
why does this chart? Why do you have these numbers greater than these letters?
I just wanted people to have a scale so that they could pick
What you
pick
could
somewhere
see.
where they could see. Yes, that was all. Really, it's just a great scale.
I just wanted to say one of the interesting things while we were doing this, because it's not a perfectly dark environment, I found that even just very slight changes in the angle made a difference between whether I was seeing just gray or I could actually see how much color.
I really didn't know whether this experiment was going to work. I bought all these out from England. If you want to keep these and try them back at your pitch, I'm glad it sort of worked. I mean, we got 10, 10, 10, 30, which is exactly what I wanted to see.
You know how when you get tired, it gets late, the sky starts looking gray? Is that from glucose levels going down? The sky actually turns to gray.
I am worried because I am sure that after 3 or 4 hours, I can walk around, certainly at TSP, which is darker. I can walk around without a torch, and you can see underneath the table shadows.
Yeah, exactly.
But the science says that 40 minutes, your eyes don't get any better.
Right.
And I'm
But I like
is it the brain or is it?
personally, I find that after 4 to 6 hours of being out, when you get tired, I notice the sky starts going gray on me instead of being black.
Well, that's not a retina thing. And
It's probably glucose. That's what I'm saying. I'm asking
No,
you if it's probably glucose.
Walter Scott Houston, last time I was here, he was talking about that. It was around midnight.
Yeah.
And we looked, he said, it's every midnight at the star parties, the sky gets light. And, I was smoking my cigarette, I don't know what sky, and he thinks it's from a full moon effect in the particles in the zodiacal light, or the whatever, that at local midnight, it's a Gegenschein, and actually getting that full moon effect, which is what causes it, which makes sense, So maybe that
I'll take one more question, shall I? Yes?
I just was going to make a comment because you talked about oxygen, and there's a lot of research on oxygen in vision now as well. With macular degeneration, they've seen improvement when people exercise on bikes while using oxygen, like those oxygen machines. So I don't know. I mean, you have to breathe deeply at night when you're looking at the stars too. I don't know.
Increase your oxygen.
Don't hold your breath.
Don't hold your breath, right? That's